5 types of people you need to avoid. What are the types of people you need to avoid completely in your life? This video explains these toxic personality types and how to avoid someone who falls into these categories. Ignoring someone may help, but sometimes you have to cut people out of your life completely. Today, we're going to learn about 5 types of people you need to avoid. Before we continue, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and activate the notification bell to receive your daily dose of knowledge. Now let's begin. 1. The chronic gossip. Everyone has gossip lurking somewhere in their lives. Think about that friend who can't stop stirring up conflict, or the coworker who's constantly talking about other people's personal lives. They'll smile and pretend they're your best friend, and then talk trash about you moments after you leave the room. But what's in it for them? Well, for starters, they think it's entertaining. Gossips usually don't realize how much they're hurting other people, but even if they do, they probably don't care. 2. The sinking ship. Let's say you're sailing on the ocean when suddenly you run across a reef. The bottom of your boat gets torn apart, and you barely manage to stay afloat. Most people would try to fix their boat, right? But instead, you turn around and go around the reef a second time. And then, when that doesn't sink, you do it again. This is essentially how this personality type lives. They act out the same destructive cycles and fall for the same traps no matter how much it ruins their life. As a friend or partner, this is incredibly stressful to watch. You know exactly what they're doing wrong. Maybe you've told them a dozen times to stop, but it never works. The truth is, there's only so much you can do. If they don't want to change, it's not worth sinking alongside them. 3. The ball of nerves. Have you ever met someone who's constantly paranoid? I mean, no matter what they're doing, they always think someone's out to get them. If they fail a test, it's because their teacher hates them. If they get fired from their job, they insist that their co-workers were conspiring against them. These people don't think anything is their fault. Instead, they'll find 1,000 reasons why it's somebody else's. To make matters worse, this personality type is really judgmental. They are not fun people to be around because, in their eyes, you can never do anything right. They insult you, they'll try to control you, and they'll never forgive you for making a mistake. So save yourself from the grudges and pointless paranoia. If you run into a ball of nerves, don't bother getting involved. 4. The brick wall. Have you ever heard the expression, "it's like talking to a brick wall"? Well, that's what you get with this personality type. They are terrible communicators, and they're notoriously distant. But that's not why they're toxic. You might have friends who are reserved and aloof, but they may find other ways to communicate and strengthen your friendship. The real problems start when a brick wall runs away instead of working through their problems. They completely avoid them. You might notice a brick wall pretending that their obvious issues just don't exist, but they do, and someone's got to take care of them. Unfortunately, that someone usually turns out to be you. The worst part is, you can't even confront them about it. Brick walls hate hearing about their failures. If you tell them that they're in denial, there's a good chance they'll lash out. Now, I know on the surface it looks like brick walls don't have any emotions, but they do have pent-up frustration, and over time, it can cause them and you a lot of unnecessary stress. Many brick walls become bitter, resentful people because they've been holding on to the same unresolved issues for their entire lives. Now, of course, it's not your job to solve their problems for them. If you know someone who acts like a brick wall, it may be time to take a step back. 5. The puppet master. Finally, let's talk about the most extreme of our 5 personalities. Puppet masters have little or no empathy. They treat manipulation like a sport, and they only care about their own satisfaction. If it sounds like I'm describing a psychopath, that's because I am. Many puppet masters fit well with clinical definitions of psychopathy. They're usually narcissistic and tend to be uncomfortably aggressive. Most importantly, they've got this unique combination of high self-worth and a fragile ego. They think they deserve more than anyone, and they're destined to be some kind of power or prestige, and unfortunately that self-obsession can lead them down a very dark road. Not all puppet masters are psychopaths, but you should still keep your distance. Puppet masters have no problem taking advantage of other people, even their friends and family. They develop these parasitic relationships, which lets them benefit from all your hard work since they're lacking in the empathy department. This doesn't sound like a problem to them, but it is a problem to you. If someone is intentionally using you, it's time to make a change. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about our upcoming videos because more incredible content is on the way.